The Petroleum Trade Unions Collective launched a strike action in protest against the handing over of the China Bay oil tanks to India and Hambantota Port oil tanks to China. The fuel distribution process at petroleum storage terminals in Kulonnava, Muthurajavela, Anuradhapura and Peradeniya were hampered as a result of the strike action. Following the announcement that these services have been declared as essential services as of midnight yesterday, the armed forces were dispatched to the Kulonnava and Muthurajavela petroleum storage terminals. The police had to be dispatched to the Kulonnava Petroleum Storage Terminal as its employees did not allow the armed forces to enter the premises. Within an hour, the armed forces tactically entered the storage terminal and took measures to vacate the employees. Even though a large group of employees reported to work this morning, they were not allowed to enter the premises of the storage terminal. Military personnel took measures to dispatch bowsers carrying fuel from a rear entrance of the terminal as trade union representatives were obstructing the main entrance of the premises. A train which arrived to transport fuel for aircraft this morning was met with obstructions from trade union representatives. Thereafter, the police, citing a court order, granted the trade union representatives 20 minutes to move before enacting the court order. With the 20-minute period granted coming to an end, the court order came into action, prompting the police and police special task force to arrest several trade union activists. Moments later, employees of the petroleum storage terminal reported to work. "16 trade union representatives who were taken into custody were later released on police bail.
We came to an agreement that we will recommence essential services and that we would be given a discussion with the President at 6:30.
Security forces personnel were also dispatched to the petroleum storage terminals in Anuradhapura and Kandy today. The distribution of fuel has now been restored.
Under Section 18(5) has declared Ceylon Petroleum Corporation as an essential service. Now the legal repercussions are that once the President declares and issues a gazette, within 24 hours every single person who is on strike must go back to work. Now if he doesn't go back within 24 hours, it is deemed that he has vacated his post voluntarily. If they don't go back to work, then they'll suffer the consequences. They must not be a tool in the hands of in the hands of some politicians defeated several times by the people who want to destabilize the country, create chaos in the country and prevent any smooth flow of the government.
No fuel and no hires. We have no way of earning. We can't take risks by going on hires because if we run out of fuel, we will be in trouble. This is unfair. There is no way to take a patient to hospital. We should assault those who engage in strike actions. There is no other way. The president has to make strict decisions or we will not see an end to this. How can a country move forward with such strikes? We thank the government for distributing fuel through the Navy and the Army. We remind the government to use the Army to treat patients when the doctors protest. It is better to appoint the Army to do these type of activities when state sector organizations and other organizations stage protests. They definitely have to distribute fuel. We have to stop these strike actions somehow. Let the Army take over and distribute fuel among the public. Can you see how much of time we waste on roads? Use the Army to get rid of these strike actions launched by these people, including the doctors. At least get new doctors and stop this problem. Don't let this be a trend in the country. Get the assistance from the police and army to stop these strike actions. We can live happily only if they stop these type of activities. Use the army and police.